From South Auckland, New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen, the universally recognized #1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, here is Tuaman, David Tua.
Pennsylvania, round number 1.
David Tua wastes no time in here, and Larry Davis knows he's got to keep this guy off him, at least early in this fight. Otherwise, it's going to be a short night for him here. They're exchanging good punches.
While on the other side, a second-round knockout of Bruce Johnson for Tua.
No, let his head go. Let his head go.
Nice bodywork by New Zealand Olympian Phil Sam.
Whoa, you can see why. You see he just explodes off that left hook. Watch also as Davis, once he tries to get off the ropes, Tua won't let him off.
Yeah, Larry Davis can't be shy about holding this guy. Once he works his way inside, he's got to hold and hold until the referee stops him from holding.
A body shot sends Davis down here in round number 1. You see the time winding down. And Davis does not appear he's going to get up from this one. He will struggle to his feet. And the fight is over. So a knockout by David Tua here in round number 1 sends his record to 8-0 with his 8th consecutive knockout. And Larry Davis from Buffalo, New York is a man that feels the one and is still down on one knee. Tua very much the aggressor in the fight. Caught Davis, I thought, with a body shot first.
And then the big right hand after.
Yes.
Bounced it right off the corner of his jaw.
Veteran trainer Lou Duva. Let's take a look and see what finally ended it here. There was the body shot. And they're ready to go. They're set for 6. And let's see how the Terminator comes out in a big hurry here. Terminator, a 1992 Olympic bronze medal winner for New Zealand, is Tua. And he comes out promptly here as Corrigan tries to backpedal away. Tua with an amateur record of 84-5, 72 of those wins by knockout.
And that's in 3-round amateur boxing, where, you know, safety is very...
By the way, I wanted to tell a story, but I wanted to make sure that David Tua was way across the ring. By the way, they used to call him a sissy when he was growing up. As a matter of fact, his sister bloodied his nose. By the way, out of those 10 knockouts, 6 of them have come in the first round, so he is very careful of putting somebody away. Corrigan will apparently survive the first round. For Tua to regroup, Corrigan to try to play some defense, and we'll find out what happens in round 2 in a moment.
Stop.
Back to where you saw him yesterday, Sam.
Yep, sound asleep in a chair out in the lobby here at the Aladdin Hotel. You see how good Tua goes to the body. I mean, he hooks that body as well as anybody. You can see some redness, and now he comes upstairs with a headshot.
He's another example of a short fighter that, you know, uses that his height to his advantage.
Oh, big touch and Corrigan staring at the ceiling. He will not make it up for this one. Corrigan's going to be out, and he's going to be stopped here. As the referee, Mr. Natty, says, no, it is over in round number 2.
Rightfully so.
Well, Corrigan, when he fell almost straight backwards, was looking straight at the ceiling, and he really took a shot from David Tua. And now there's concern as the doctors are in the ring. And looking at Corrigan as Tua has picked up now his 11th knockout and his 12th victory. And there is Corrigan after he's been turned over. David Tua, again with those short, compact punches of his, lashed out with one there, and down goes Corrigan, and he's out here in the second round.
Not looking for the big upset today, and he takes on last-second replacement Bruce BELOCCI. Supposed to be Samson Cone, inclement weather here in the Northeast. We're getting socked with snow here. Took Samson Cone out of there. And Bob, you know, we have to make a point that we can't ignore the fact that BELOCCI has fought Tua before.
It's very difficult to fight him on the inside, and he uses what his strong suits are on the inside. That's his office right in there.
And we're about halfway gone here in round number 1. This is scheduled for 10. Both fighters wearing black shorts, so we're going to point out the obvious. David Tua is the shorter squat Samoan. Bruce BELOCCI has his name written in red across his shorts. Sort of a target right now for Tua, and really starting to work that body.
but you know, his positioning is terrible right now, Arnie, and under those circumstances, I don't see him. You know, what are you going to do? Hope that David Tua gets tired? But you know, it's not like he's fat or anything. You know, he seems to be getting thicker. I don't know what kind of a physical training regimen they've got him on, but he, you know, he obviously hasn't gotten any taller. But
as we're almost halfway gone here in round number 2, let me ask you a question though. Do you think perhaps they felt that he wasn't strong enough? He would drop down to 210 pounds, and a journeyman fighter like Sean Hart managed to go the distance with him. So maybe they felt in the 6th round. But here we are today in starting 1996, and he's in there at he drops Belocci. Came in swinging, Tua taking his time.
But he continues to just settle back on the ropes, and he's going to continue to happen in this fight. So, and that's it.
Belocci dropped for the 2nd time in round number 2. Wayne Hedgebeth saw all that he was going to see, stops the fight. David Tua improves to 22-0, remains undefeated. That's his 18th knockout, as Bruce Belocci is going to drop down to 7-3. Doctor's taking a look at Belocci. Doesn't appear too hurt. He tried to do some sort of a spring up to get up off the mat. And David Tua now on his way to the big show, Madison Square Garden on HBO against Johnny Ruiz. We're going to take a look at action here.
Owner of a tremendous left hook. And John Ruiz, 225. Listed as having a reach advantage here. We'll see how he uses it. Tua with a big left hook, and Ruiz in trouble. Tua comes right at him. Another big bomb, and Ruiz is down. This could almost be over now. Tua came storming out. It's over. Tony Perez stops it at the count of 5. And David Tua, as advertised, the left hook. And for a fight of this level in which both men come in with good credentials, David Tua wins it in shocking fashion. A stunning array of power. 19 seconds. And this one is over. And wherever you are watching this fight, don't go anywhere.
Scheduled for 10. We'll see.
Tua often a very fast starter.
Captured the bronze medal for New Zealand in 1992. And there's a big right hand. And Anthony Cooks is already in trouble. And here it comes.
That was a devastating hook. And Tua doesn't usually let a guy get off after he's had him in trouble.
2 minutes left in the first round. Anthony Cooks has been dropped once already.
Well, he's standing and fighting, taking his best shot, but that just opens up more room for Tua. This is a guy who comes in off a big performance in his last outing and is being taken much more seriously.
Tua, you see the power that he displays. There's that left hand connecting, followed by a right. Another left hand sends Cooks down.
And there is a 3 knockdown rule here.
Under a minute to go. Anthony Cooks remaining in the corner. And Anthony Cooks, that will be it. Anthony Cooks taking a knee. And the 3 knockdown rule is in effect here in Maryland. David Tua, very impressive showing with the first round knockout. His 20th KO of his career. He improves to 24-0.
He just blitzed through his competition. The left hooks were tremendous by David Tua. A substitute opponent who wasted no time. Never let the guy into the fight.
Well, we've got more boxing still to come. Another look at this bout. And also drive in Mighty Robinson, and
Let's see what he has.
Darrell Wilson, as he takes off the robe, looks to be in excellent shape. Same kind of condition that he was in when he fought against Shannon Briggs. If anything, his arms.
Make him fight this fight by beating him to the jab. Make a young fighter say, I can jab too. Make the fight go into the third round, and he can change things with a power puncher. He doesn't like to throw it close. Although he's a puncher, he doesn't like to throw it short.
Maybe that's what
he wants you to lean back a bit. And keep him on the end of your jab. Make sure you stay close. Tua is powerful, but he doesn't like short punches.
triple left hook by Tua.
He stays in there too long and let this guy taste his power. And he's not on the canvas. He's going to give him a tougher fight than what he ought to do. Now, if I'm a trainer working a corner, I would tell Wilson, keep hitting Tua in the chest, around the body. Don't go for any hard shots. Coming up.
Wilson tries a right hand across the top. Tua lands a short left. First down Wilson, or first time Wilson's ever been down.
Can he beat the bell? Can he beat the bell? No! He can't. He's counted out.
Another first round knockout for David Tua.
Clean as a whistle.
That's the left hook, huh?
That was a vicious first round. Two young, strong heavyweights testing each other. The younger, stronger heavyweight had too much.
And Tua's awfully excited about this.
As he should be.
Stands up on the ropes and gets a cheer from the crowd, and in the middle of the ring, medical personnel working carefully with Darrell Wilson.
David IZONRITEI comes from Lagos, Nigeria.
In fact, Tua worked out with Evander Holyfield before his fight with Tyson, and he played the role of Mike Tyson.
Now that's a good point, Roy. He does move his head as he's coming in, but when he throws the punch, he likes to admire his work. Left hook lands. Uppercut landed for Tua.
Tua is throwing a very good left uppercut.
As round 3 begins, Tua has shortened the working distance between himself and IZONRITEI, and that is entirely to David Tua's advantage. Again, they fire away in close quarters. And again, Tua has IZONRITEI pinned against the ropes, and again, IZONRITEI uses the left hand to try to get himself out. IZONRITEI's got a little counter-punching ability when he's willing to go ahead and cut loose. There's that uppercut again, and Tua is looking for the uppercut to turn out the lights. Missing and reaching with the right-hand uppercut. He's about to go uppercut crazy, but that was a good reason to do it. The left uppercut seemed momentarily to stun IZONRITEI.
And IZONRITEI doesn't move. Not David Tua. Oh, good body shot by Tua.
To the body. And he's not throwing combinations, and he's not going to the body, and he's going to get another dressing down from Ronnie Shields between rounds.
And he's getting hit every time he lands a punch, sometimes 2-1, like that.
Very tough. And IZONRITEI is starting to feel these left hooks more than before.
But he's constantly fighting back, Jim.
What's that?
He constantly comes back and retaliates. And that is what gets you over some humps like these that he's in now.
Tua said he gained enormous confidence from sparring with Holyfield. Heavy swelling under the right eye of IZONRITEI.
But there, he got caught with the left hook and he answered with the right hand. Every time he's caught, he comes back and answers.
Between rounds, IZONRITEI made it very tough for his cut man, Mick Birmingham, to get the inswell under that right eye of David Tua's power shots.
And to credit to David Tua for standing up for 12 rounds. There goes IZONRITEI.
IZONRITEI's hands dropped for a moment. He gets the hands back up. Tua tries to finish. IZONRITEI won't go down. Now he The count. Ropes are holding IZONRITEI up. That's why this is called a knockdown. And it's over.
Wisely stopped the fight. A sensational fight. A revealing win for David Tua.
What determination. He was not gonna leave without a knockout.
He couldn't leave without a knockout. That fight would have been too close before had he not left without a knockout.
David Tua says, "I love you, Mom. Merry Christmas." He's headed home tomorrow, and he'll be in New Zealand with his family by Christmas Eve. And let's take a look at the finishing sequence. Roy Jones, this is splendid power punching.
Very splendid. At this point, IZONRITEI had just flat gotten weak, and you're not going to take these big punches from a puncher like David Tua all night.
Great Marciano style, and more recently, of course, people think he reminds them in style of Mike Tyson. And again, a lot of it has to do with his size and the fact that he loves to rip those left hooks to the body. See on his trunks, 100% Samoan. He is very proud of his heritage. He comes from a small island in western Samoa. Missed it because of illness. A two-time Soviet champion. This guy is showing his educated jab, and Tua doing what he does best, forcing the issue. Said he just simply wasn't mentally or physically prepared for that fight. Now Tua bangs up and down to the head and body. A little more confidence, certainly, and less tentative is Maskaev. Rounds 2 and 3, finding the range. But here may be a guy that's going to cause him some problems that way. What's he got to do to change the trend?
Tim, he's been very predictable to it. He's walking in. Again, Maskaev is waiting to get hit.
Tua much more well-regarded in the rankings.
There's a good combination by Tua.
Trying to spring to it.
Good left hook by Tua.
You mentioned two-time Soviet super heavyweight champion and silver medalist in the World Championship. He's an experienced guy.
And there's coming into that weave with a left hook. Tua is just doing too much posing. Not enough punching.
But he got his man, a bigger guy like Maskaev, in the 12th round.
And you see Maskaev scoring with that jab, Tim. Now a combination. And he blocks Tua's punches.
We're into round number 7, scheduled for 12.
Good right hand by Tua, and then again, good left hook to the body by Tua. Good right hand, good left hook to the body by Tua. He's got to get the little bit of his blood up in the air, start going somewhere. Now he's got not one punch, he's got to let them go.
There's a big right hand that got through. David Tua has really struggled here against Oleg Maskaev, and on our cards, he needs a knockout to win. Oleg Maskaev, very much a capitalist here in the United States now. He says, this is a business. I've got a wife and 3 children.
Tua has not been effective up to this point. There's a good left hook by Tua. And he's got it right.
He's got him in trouble here in the 11th. David Tua, and they've stopped it. David Tua with a knockout in the 11th round. Well, we were questioning him, and he came up big again late in the fight. An 11th round stoppage. David Tua. He remains unbeaten at 27-0, having all kinds of problems against Maskaev, not fighting an impressive fight at all until the 11th round. Finally, that steady pressure resulting in a knockout opportunity and 2 big shots. The referee saw the eyes.
It was a year ago when he crushed John Ruiz in just 19 seconds. And he's coming off an 11th round TKO victory 2 months ago.
He looks good. He looks the part. And he's definitely willing. I mean, he's in with a big puncher, but he's definitely willing here.
There's that big sweeping right hand from David Tua.
He's got good skills from the outside, and I'm sure his corner wants to see that more, pumping the jab. And as he gets loose, he could start jab and then pump the right hand right behind it.
There's a right hand from David Tua. This is the range they want to see him at. Tua comes bearing in with a right hand and just goes over the top with a left hook. There's that left hook from Tua, his signature punch, and he catches him again. Left hook of his own. Tua now opens up with a left hook, and IBEABUCHI returns fire. Double left hook from Tua. Receives one in exchange. IBEABUCHI with that left hook landing in the 5th, and the subsequent right hands and double left hook, and here now a left hook in the 6th.
It looks like Tua's opening up a little bit more with big shots. It looks like Tua's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. There's a good right hand, but Ike takes him, and but
left hook and then goes downstairs to the body with it. Putting up those punch numbers, he's been busy throughout. Right hand over the top from Tua.
Was something that I think Tyson was very good at. A lot of comparisons have been made between Tua and Tyson, but the big difference is Tyson had those fast hands, and on the inside he had blistering combinations that he let go to the body. And Tua hasn't done that. I haven't seen that from him at all, really. Animal instinct, like killer instinct. He let his hands go. He tried to hurt you. Tua, with this fight, seems to be going with 1 or 2 big punches at a time, and that's not going to work, apparently.
There's that right hand from David Tua. Lunges in with the left hook, back to the right hand.
IBEABUCHI's doing well with it.
Uppercut by Tua. IBEABUCHI throwing punches between the punches of David Tua in that sequence. Right lead, left hook by Tua.
Now, Ike doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to stay in there.
Oh, good uppercut from Tua. And that's what Tua can do. He can land that one shot that can turn a fight. IBEABUCHI right back on top of him.
And he hasn't thrown a punch since.
4 jabs in a row, 5 from IBEABUCHI, back to it. Tua comes in with the left hooks and tries to do damage with the right hand. Boy, it's refreshing to see heavyweights. Oh, here comes Tua. 4 or 5 punches. IBEABUCHI right back
gives
at
it back. And he's also strong. He's pushing Tua back often.
Here comes Tua now on the inside. 2 left hooks and then the right hand.
I just think it's too little, too late.
Look at this exchange. Tua.
As he's done already. And Ike's staying right there with him, answering back.
Tua headhunting. Everyone buzzing here ringside. And that's exactly what we've been detailing. He meets him punch for punch.
He answers him back every time. He takes all the play away.
Now they go swinging in the middle of the ring.
That's what they needed.
Look at this. Nice way to end it. Very, very active heavyweight
fight. Традиционный поцелуй с Луи Дува своим тренером старым. Туа – это Туа. Это, конечно, вероятно, талантливый. Понятно, чего хочет Тапс, и понятно, чего хочет Туа. Но Туа здорово это умеет делать. Вот эти вот кулаки, вылетающие под разными углами. Туа здесь как рыба в воде. И размашистый, в то же время короткий удар слева врезается в цель. Неважно, в голову, в туловище. Чтобы он задумался, чтобы он сделал паузу. Как видите, правая у Туа тоже ничего. Пытается встретить ударом справа. Как молот. Удар справа обрушивается на голову Тапса. Туа, что с него взять? Не знаю, как вам, мне он очень нравится. Причем обратили внимание, что это боксер, который не любит грязи. Все, что он делает очень чисто.
up against John Ruiz, a one-round knockout on HBO's Night of the Young Heavyweights a couple of years ago. Won a couple more, suffered a setback.
This is a fight that could end at any time. Big puncher in David Tua, and going up against the undefeated Rahman. May not have the power advantage unless he thinks that he can take out Tua.
Tua, the aggressor early on, really wasn't able to get off too frequently, and Tua was throwing the first punches and initiating most of the flurries.
But he does not need to take any chances, at least early on, while he still has his legs.
He's perfectly capable, too, of dictating this fight a little bit with the jab, which appears to be superior to what David Tua has done.
Right. Not crazy about it, the tactical fight that Rahman's fighting right now.
Third man in the ring is Telis Asamanos, and he has warned Rahman about that left elbow, which Tua was concerned about.
Yeah, I don't know that he has to land everyone. I just think he has to throw it. But he's allowing Tua to hit him.
As Tua doing virtually everything he can to try and take this one into a phone booth with an injury, and that's when some of the politics started rearing their ugly head. They were able to make this fight again, and it's a good thing they did. Very entertaining so far. Almost a toss-up with Rahman again, backed up against the ropes by the power of David Tua.
Of Rahman. Although he hit him with a big 1-2 shot there, and Rahman came right back. Didn't look like it fazed him at all.
Well, early on, Lou Duva was imploring David Tua to throw punches with evil intentions, and now he's having a field day. Two left hands followed by a sharp right hand to the head of Hasim Rahman. Rahman stands right there, true to his nickname.
He's got to land a lot of them.
He's been patient, continues to mount the body attack, pins Rahman against the ropes. Rahman misses with a right hand. Comes home now with a left, followed by another, and then gets smacked himself at the close of round number 9.
Rahman got hit after the bell, and it stunned him.
I don't know what kind of a case he was trying to build. You didn't have to be Perry Mason to figure out that punch came a little bit late at the end of round number 9. We'll see what Rahman has left, how he responds as David Tua.
Definitely hurt.
Rahman taking shots. He's about to go down. Only the ropes are holding it up, and Asimanos is going to stop it right here.
And he should. And by the way, Rahman just headbutted or came close to headbutting the referee.
Hasim Rahman complaining about the stoppage. He was being beaten unmercifully in the corner, still feeling the effects of a shot that came, in our opinion, just after the bell in round number 9. David Tua came across the ring with the clear intention of wanting to rock Rahman out, knock him right out of the ring, and he was able to do so. An incredible rally by David Tua, and what a turn of events in this fight. David Tua strips the title belt, the IBF Intercontinental.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Both fighters, as you can see, wearing mostly black. Tua with the red trim and just a bit of white trim on Gary Bell's trunks, and the action early on. Tua with the big punches early, and already a cut over Gary Bell's eye, and Tua pounding him against the ropes early on. Bell with very little defense early in round 1. Bell severely cut at this point, it would appear, and already a stoppage. Vic Draculich stopping the fight here early in round 1, summoning the ringside doctor. He is seriously cut. To his corner, urging him to get on top, to work against that cut, working to the body. Tua now. Oh, Tua very solid against, very solid against the head of Gary Bell. Bell would appear to be wobbly and defenseless against the ropes as Tua pounds him into submission, and this fight is over in less than 1 round. David Tua, he retains the USBA Heavyweight Championship. David Tua from New Zealand in very impressive fashion. In less than 3 minutes of boxing, ends the aspirations of Gary Bell. And Bell still wobbly in his corner, looking for a stool to sit down on. Tua with the congratulatory hug, but the nasty cut early, and then the follow-up flurry. David, the Terminator, Tua on the ring ropes to the cheers of the full house here at Caesars, Sid Lake Tahoe.
Even if David Tua wins this fight tonight, for a fighter who has aspirations to be heavyweight champion of the world, he has no business coming into the ring this overweight.
253 pounds. 30 knockouts in his career, 13 of which have come in the first round. And Tua scoring to the head of Sullivan. And down goes Sullivan.
Then again, when you can punch like that, why train?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
David Tua with a blistering array of punches to the head of Sullivan.
And Obed Sullivan is still a little funny in the head. That was quite a left hook by David Tua. That's his punch. That is what will win him the heavyweight title if he's going to win it. But I tell you, he's got to get in better shape.
51 seconds into the first round, David Tua knocks out Obed Sullivan.
And let's take a look at this knockout sequence now here, Ian. There's a left hook, right hand, another left hook, and a final left hook, and Obed goes Betty by. There's another angle from behind Obed Sullivan, the left hook, and then the right hand, which hit him in the shoulder.
91 pounds is Gary Lane, and if the truth be told, I've seen him much bigger than that. Oh, look at that. That didn't take long. And Tua right on him. And Lane may not make it. Big shots by Tua. And Lane goes down again. Tua just exuding the confidence. Lane caught that one on the gloves. Got that one. Got that one on the chin. Little left hand, and that hurt Gary Lane. Well, you can hear the pounding of the punch. You can hear the moan from the crowd. You know, this arena's so small, and he would like to fight Ray Mercer. You know, Mercer was scheduled to fight Mike Tyson. That fight canceled because Tyson wants to go and fight Lennox Lewis. In and out of the ring. Left hand, but did not back up Gary Lane that time. Took down, right hand behind him. This is good. I don't think we're in his fast start on those veteran aging fighters is useful. Big uppercut from Tua. Is frustration setting in from David? Big punches, and then he stops. And without a sustained attack in this heavyweight division, he doesn't get a chin, he just goes sleep. There's no pain to it. Yeah, he really is, because Tua just hit him a good left hand and a good right hand again right there. Another left hand, and Lane is still right there. Sport of boxing, people start taking note. Three-punch combination, and again, Gary Lane still there, back to the ropes. Tim Noble before that, in December of 2000. That was a good left hand, and that did hurt Gary Lane. Gary Lane comes from 176 pounds from 1991. Oh, it's so tiring. Muscles tighten up, you get sore, you get real tender on the jaw. I think that's it. I think he won it. So it's over. It stopped. Well stopped. Yeah, nice job. Marty Salmon, the referee, said, yes, that's enough. Gary Lane not even in this fight. Gary looking for a few extra minutes. Just too much power, too many times. Lane showing that he's too tough. Sympathy call. Nice call from Gary Lane. Just wore him out. Marty Salmon, a terrific referee. I've had my eye on Marty for a long time. Knows what he's doing in the ring. Takes command. And here's what happened. The pressure had been applied throughout this fight. And
ready? Let's go.
подчеркнутым, несколько отстраненным уважением друг к другу. Все очень часто говорили о том, что Дэвид Туа однорукий боксер. Его страшный левый крюк уже массу людей отправил. Вот вам и удар справа. Туа удивляет который раз. Чемпион мира Джонни Руиз разобран на части за 18 секунд. Предрекаемое поражение от Фреса Окендо, поскольку все знают, что Окендо 3 месяца работал над тем, чтобы закрыться от этого левого крюка, страшного левого крюка Дэвида Туа. Туа срубает Окендо правым ударом, которого никто не ждал. И вот сейчас.
Can stop the fight, and in case of an accidental foul, we go to the scorecards after 4 complete. Here comes David Tuaman. Talmadge Griffiths in the black trunks with the red trim. But he's sneaking in. You can see the way he's moving his head, that he has more of an adrenaline flow. There's the left hook. He let it fly that time. Just caught a piece of the nostril of Griffiths. There's the left hook, and it caught Griffiths that time. And David, again, you can see in the movement in his upper body and in his head that he wants to kind of pick up the pace. Loads up the left hand, and that time he threw the right hand behind it and caught a good part of the body of Griffiths. Because it is just a matter of time before Tua catches him. There's the left hook. And he's back up against the ropes again. David touches him up with the left hand. Notice that Griffiths is not planning the jab anymore. David's making him miss, and David is getting more and more accurate with his shots. He'd like to finish him off here. There's the uppercut. There's the left hook. He's got him staggered. He's got him staggered just a bit. The right hand. Griffiths tries to fight back. Is it a mistake? I don't know. He gets away that time.
Well, he was certainly wobbled. Talmadge Griffiths
has no power, so he didn't hurt David. But that's how David lost that fight, because he'd throw his shots and then get countered.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it's easier talking about it than do it. Oh, and there we see the left hook.
Left hook, right hand catches him. He's got him in trouble now. Griffiths trying to hang on. Here's David with all the power, trying to finish him up. Here comes a loaded up right hand, the left hook. He's right behind the left hook again. There's the right hand. He wants to finish him off. He backs him off, loads up the right hand, the left hook.
David's starting to go to work. Another right uppercut up top.
There's a real sense of urgency for him to turn the lights out. Griffiths is trying to hang in there as best he can. He's still not hanging on to him. He really should grab David right now. Loads up the right hand. Cracks him. Cracks him with a shot. Big left hook. David is trying to finish it off. Look at this. Talk about conditioning. Griffiths is ready to go. Tua's hit him with everything. Lance Rebel should move in and stop the fight. 1 or 2 more shots. That's it. It's all over. It's a 10th round technical knockout victory for David Tua. He did it. What do you want to do? Mike, how about that?
David Tua, the final round of the fight. Have we seen this before from Tua or what? And in front of his home crowd, to be honest, Bob Sheridan, that's as good a result as we could want from David Tua. Even though he didn't look sharp, he got some rounds in.
Hey, don't forget to ask him now. But that's the way it is with David most of the time when he fights. Let's see if he established the jab, or do we see the left hook immediately, or do we see the right hand? Montana will have to be cautious early with this guy, or will he attack? And he does attack. Yeah, you get 2 Plata-type fighters, but there's an awful lot of experience in the favor of Montana. His back fighting is a right-handed fighter. He's doing the scoring. There's the left hook, and finally finds a hole. And another left hook.
You can't trade left hooks with Tua. I don't care how many Montana lands.
You see David huffing and puffing again. There's altitude here, but he's been here a long time. But that's the way David has always fought throughout his career.
You know what I like about Montana? The first left hook he threw, and he made every time. And David like a ball on the floor. It's up to 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. It's all over. David Tua did what he came to do, and he knocked out Saul Montana with the very first left hook he threw. How about that?
Well, Ray Wheatley, the
the boxing world, the boxing magazine in Australia, who's also a vice president of the IBF, said, I want to rank this guy in the top 10. That's where he belongs. Ray Whitney might have his work done easily for him tonight.
I repeat, you can't stand and trade left hooks.
You set it down, and as soon as he did it...
In the black
Are you
with
ready?
white trim. There's the bell. Round number 1.
And Fox is known as a big puncher. He has a knockout. Oh, he just got hit with a big punch. Double left hook by Tua has him in a little bit of trouble.
And there's that devastating left hook. We've seen time and time again from Tua, and that one landed right on the head.
So he's one of these fighters that even if he's behind 7 rounds to 2, always has the power. And you notice that he just threw a nice, good left hook.
And a right.
Those shots have power. I can see Cerrone Fox's face from here, and he is visibly grimacing every time he got hit.
An uppercut, and then a left hand followed by a right by Tua.
I don't know if you can see it, but the right of Cerrone Fox's face is already swelling up. Shows you the power of those punches.
And we come now to the end of round number 1.
Yeah, he throws his punches wide, and David throws his straight down the pike. So I think Cerrone Fox best out.
And there's a left that puts down Fox. 4.
Well, give Fox credit for getting up. He looked into his corner like he was thinking about whether to stay down. That was a tremendous left hook, and David is known as a very good finisher. Oh, and a good right hand on top of that. And that's it. That's the finish.
The referee, 2.
No, it's a standing 8.
3. As David Tua, I'm sure, is going to come on strong right here and try and put it into it. And a left hook again puts down Fox. And this fight is in fact over. What an impressive performance by David Tua.
Tremendous
Certainly
performance.
answering a lot of questions here tonight.
Yeah, he answered a lot of questions. He was active. He threw a lot of punches. I'll be interested to hear what he has to say in the ring. But that looked like the old David Tua. He's put the heavyweight division on notice. He's back, and they better look out for that left hook.
Cerrone Fox is back on his feet. He looks to be okay.
That's what this fight's all about. It is the fight of the century. Round 1, scheduled for 12. The champion decked out in white. The challenger, David Tua, in black trunks.
He's got such a great chin. He's walking up. He's taking the fight to Shane, which we expected. But now we just got to wait and see what happens. There's the first left hook, and it hurt Shane a little.
It caught him, and it caught his attention. But remember, can he hold up against the power? As the left hand again, which grazes across the eyes of Shane Cameron. Shane feints as the left hand. You know, he's landed the left hook 3 times. Right hand on the left hook by Tua here in round number 1. David feints. Shows nice head movement, which makes it hard for Shane to hit him coming in. Shane touches him up a couple of times, and David whistles the left hook by him again. He's one of the very best referees in the world. Oh, he caught him! And he got him again! Shane's ready to go! And he's down in round 1! Shane's in a heap of trouble! He won't be able to recover from this! David catches him! It's going to be a first-round knockout! Down he goes again!
Oh, that's a disqualification!
He knows what he can do. Shane backing off immediately. He's trying to jab. Gets hit again with a right hand. Left hook. He's not going to last this round. David's all over. He's pummeling. The referee stops the fight. It's all over. A second round knockout victory. And Shane is hurt. That shows you David Tua is back.
My God, that was devastating. But listen, I've got to look. He's a friend of mine, Bruce McTavish, but I've got to question the referee. He didn't take too many punches there. Too many punches.
Shane took at least 7 or 8 clean blows. McTavish, of course, didn't want to stop it too quick, but you know, I'm not going to take the judgment away from the referee in this particular case. I don't know what went on with the 2 punches when he was on his knee. A little bit of controversy in there. But there's no question it was academic. David Tua pummeled this guy and did what he has to do to jump back on the scene.